Subtitles. Thank you, viewers, for your likes and subscriptions. Our tale starts with the dean's red envelope, granting Mom several $1,000s for Dangsheng to finally see a doctor in Beijing. Thus, the funny opening scene, Mom, Zheng, and Dangsheng arrive in Beijing at nightfall, urgently seeking a place to stay. The receptionist said a standard room costs 20 per person. Mom found it too expensive and wanted the cheapest bed they could share anyway. The girl rolled her eyes and said, "No way. We have rules here. Y'all be billed by the head. Kids can't too." Mom tried to plead, saying they traveled thousands of miles to seek medical help, but the front desk girl just slammed the door and walked away. To save money for Dangsheng's medical treatment, Mom had to sleep outdoors. At night, she took off her coat to cover him, fearing he'd be cold. "Mom, it's fine. Let's just go home. We just got out of our little house." "Put that on, Mom, you're cold." "What more can I say?" "Not afraid, Mom, at all." "Yell freeze to death." "Nonsense. I'm the adult here. I won't freeze to death." But Dangsheng worried his mum might actually freeze to death and started crying loudly. Meanwhile, the hotel owner happened to pass by and asked why they didn't check in. "You can't afford to stay," the owner said, feeling sorry for Mom and Dangsheng camping out in the cold. He decided to give them a discount. He led them to the best room available and offered them an additional discount. "Master, I say you're an angel. You really aren't making any money," the old boss said, realizing the backstory. Apparently, Dangsheng was Mom's biological child. After hearing the plight of this mother and son, the owner agreed to provide them free lodging. They got the best suite in the house. Mom was so touched by the owner's generosity that she nearly made Dangsheng bow and thank him. "Boss, don't worry. Don't stress the kid." The boss quickly cut in. "Dangsheng, remember, only bow to your parents. Once you learn to walk, make sure to give your mom a proper bow." The next morning, the owner brought breakfast to Mom and Dangsheng only to find they had slept on the couch, fearing they would mess up the bed. Seeing this, the owner was so touched he didn't know what to say. He decided to take care of all the medical expenses for the kid. "Leave the kid's medical care to me. Tomorrow y'all go to the big hospital in Beijing for checkups. After exams, the doctor said surgery was best, but risky might leave him limping. Your child's legs might end up uneven." Hearing this, Mom grew anxious. Even if the surgery was successful, he could end up with a limp. Upon hearing it, she refused to go. "Let's delay surgery. With reforms, technology may improve in a couple of years." Meanwhile, over at the welfare center, Dangsheng's biological father, armed with a stack of cash, attempted to adopt him. The dean, sensing his insincere intentions, replied, "Bring me my knife. Let's see if I'm sincere about this. What on earth is this nonsense? I beg you." The dean then headed to find Mom. "Just talk to her partner," he reasoned. After all, though Dangsheng stayed with them, they lacked legal adoption papers. For the child's future, they had to let go. The dean was at his wit's end and declared tiredly, "Well, I have a condition. When the child is leaving, make sure not to do it right in front of his mother." At this point, Mom learned the news and quietly cried in a corner for what felt like ages. At this moment, feeling resentful, she continued to massage Dangsheng's feet. Perhaps this was the only thing she could do. "Stop probing. You're going to get yourself into trouble." Logically, Mom wasn't worried about trouble. She just wanted to be there for Dangsheng. However, the next day, taking advantage of Mom being out, Dangsheng's biological dad came to pick him up with a legal adoption certificate and a wad of cash. Mom's partner turned away, reluctantly suggesting, "While she's out, hurry up and take the kid. Don't forget the money. I'm not selling my kid." At that moment, her brother overheard from outside and rushed to inform Mom. Upon learning this, Mom immediately took off running for her life. She chased the car, and when Dangsheng spotted her, he cried out and begged it to stop. "Stop the car. Please stop." Saying this, she couldn't bear it and brought the car to a halt. Dangsheng climbed out of the car, crying and shouting, "I want my mom." Eventually, they embraced tightly, a touching scene on New Year's Eve, a decade later. At this point, Dangsheng had grown into an 18-year-old young man, yet he still couldn't walk normally. But lo and behold, Dangsheng's biological father showed up again, saying, "I happened to be in the area, thought I'd drop by." So how's Dangsheng doing right now? He then handed over the adoption documents to Mom, stating, "This child is now officially yours." "Dad, do you know who that man is?" "Who is it?" "He's the real dad of Dangsheng." Upon seeing the adoption papers, Mom burst into tears. She'd been anxious for years. Well, turns out Dangsheng doesn't have to go. They became legal adoptive parents. All these years, I haven't found peace in my heart. Dangsheng, noticing his mom crying through the window, felt a rush of emotions. He dashed out of his room, without hesitation, knelt on one knee before her and exclaimed, "Mom,